Alright everybody, welcome back. Now let's go ahead and add a double jump for our player. So go ahead and select your object mask. We're going to go to this tab where it says values, and where it says alterable values, we're going to create a new one and double click in the where it says alterable value A, and let's set that to jump. Alright. And go ahead and leave the value at 0. And what this is this is a variable. So variables are basically containers for data. How you can think about it is kind of like a bottle of Gatorade. So the bottle would be the container, and the liquid inside would be the data. So you can change this and manipulate it. You can add more to it or drink from it to remove it. So you can constantly change these values that are within. So currently we have it set to 0, which means we won't be able to jump. What we want to do is come to our event editor, and what we can say is when our player collides with a backdrop, then what we can do is underneath our object mask is we can come to its alterable value, and we can set jump to 2. All right. Now for jumping, instead of having when it's standing on the ground, let's delete that. What we can say is if the alterable value of jump is greater than 0, then we can jump, right? But what we want to do directly after that is to come to our alterable value, and we're going to subtract from jump by 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and test that out really quick. All right, so we're on the ground, we can jump, and now if we jump or press Z twice, then we can double jump, and we can't jump any more than that. So now let's also change the jump height that we have. So come back into our frame editor, and we're going to double click on our platform movement object. And here you see a number of different properties, right? So we got maximum x velocity, y velocity, our acceleration, gravity, and jump strength. So let's go ahead and change our jump strength. I'm just going to put it up to 600. I think that should be pretty good. And we're going to hit OK. Now if we run the game, when we jump, we actually go a little bit higher. All right, well, I'm liking that for now. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add a sprint. So what we can do for that is select our player mask, and let's add 2 new variables. We're going to create 2 new ones. Let's make the first one move speed, and we'll create the second one as move mod. All right. So what these are going to do, move speed is going to be the current speed that we're moving, and move mod is going to be what we're going to modify the speed by to increase it. So our current speed for our maximum x velocity is 170. So let's go ahead and set our move speed to 170 by default. Okay. And move mod, go ahead and leave at 0 for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to change how the movement works. So right now, let's go to always, and we're going to set, or underneath our platform movement object, let's right click. And what we're going to do is we're going to come to our variables. And let me make sure you can see this. Okay. And where it says set maximum x velocity, let's set that to our alterable value. There we go. Our alterable value of move speed. All right, so that's going to always be our move speed, but we want to be able to manipulate this with our move mod, which is currently set to 0. So what we're going to do is times it by our value, alterable value A to Z, and choose move mod. So what this is saying is we're gonna do 170 times whatever number move mod is, which it's currently 0. So if we were to say 170 times 0, if you know basic mathematics or multiplication, anything times 0 equals 0. So if we try to play this right now, we're not going to be able to move left or right. But there's an easy fix for that. So what we can do is say, all right, we're going to do this under movement, but we have to create it down here first. So let's say keyboard repeat while key is pressed, and I'm just going to use X. So Z is for jumping, X is for sprinting. So while X is being pressed, let's go ahead and set our alterable value of move mod to 4. So what this is saying is that while we're pressing X, it's going to be 170 times 4. All right, but we have to be holding X. So if we're not holding X, we still don't go anywhere. But if we hold it, now we can move, and we're going much faster than we were previously, right? So now to get it to where we can move when we're not pressing X, what we want to do is drag this down. So repeat while X is pressed. And what we're going to do is negate this. So when X is not being pressed, we're going to come here to our alterable values, set, and we're going to say move mod to 1. So now it's going to be 170 times 1 whenever we're moving normally, and then 170 times 4 when we're holding sprint. So this is normal speed. When we hold sprint, now we go much faster. And then when we let go of X, we go back down to 170. Okay, so now all we have to do, let me just drag these up to our movement comment here. So I'm just going to go right here, and then, actually I'll bring it down one. And then we'll bring this one right above the animations. And okay, well, that's going to be it for this video. Now we got double jumping and sprinting. Next, we'll add a cool little trail effect for our player, and I'll see you guys then.